girl.
Hey, Tardell. It's been a day, hasn't it?
It has been. All kind of news going on here.
I know. Okay, Empire.
We got to get started with Empire first. Let's get that out the way here.
Empire. They are on it. Did you see that tweet from Taronda Jones?
I saw that.
With her, your daddy's mama's favorite tomboy, whatever. Yes.
Yeah, she got all sexy in her
she did.
little picture.
Interesting.
But thinking of Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah.
Everybody's weighing in on the whole thing with McKinney and the officer and how he handled the teenage girl. So she tweeted out disgusting, exclamation. She is really upset.
The cookie came out.
Yeah, she's been retweeting a lot of stuff on the McKinney issue, so she's following that, and that's obviously a local issue for us here in Dallas.
And also, she's had issues in the past. She said that she wanted her son to go to an HBCU where she wouldn't have to worry about him as much.
Oh,
right. So she's been very active in anything that smacks of racial profiling because of that.
And of course, Jussie Smollett. Yes. Now we know he's our activist.
He is our activist.
He is all over it. He poses the question: ask yourself, excuse me, in what city, state, nation, world is this considered protecting and serving? What will you tell your child? I mean, he gets really deep.
He tries to get people to think. The three of them, Jussie, Taraji, and Terrence, were all put in the mix for Teen Choice Awards nominees. Yeah, on Fox. And then on the weekend, Taraji and Terrence co-hosted the Guys' Choice Awards on Spike TV. And my favorite thing was Taraji won an award, and she was like, "Well, what's that for?" It was the Jean-Claude Van Damme Award.
Really?
Yes. I love the names of those awards on those shows. No, okay, can we just agree there are too many award shows?
There are a lot of award shows. Yeah. But you do a good job keeping up with them. I'm like, what is she talking about?
Because they're funny.
Well, no, speaking of Empire, they are shooting the promo for season 2. So
yes.
I can't wait to see that.
Very excited.
I can't wait to see that.
I mean, there's been so much more videos that I'm watching on the web instead of just watching the stuff on TV, because TV is our reality show right now. Like, so you think can dance? Just they started their season showing their tryouts at SMU. So I watched that just because I wanted to see the theater and see how it looked on TV.
Oh, that's cool.
And I don't know. I've been watching America's Got Talent or just passing by while I'm cooking or something. But there's nothing really else on. So instead, I'm trolling the internet, looking at videos of people like the kids from Hawaii. Was it Hawaii?
Oh yes, the graduating class. Yeah. I forgot which island they're from, but they broke out and danced during the graduation. Yeah. It was synchronized. I mean, they were on it.
The entire class, cap and gown, and they were so animated.
They didn't get in trouble for it.
No, thank goodness.
You can't even throw your cap up anymore without being scolded.
Right.
And some family cheered, and I think they either kicked them out or they
kicked out or got arrested or something. Yeah. It's like, but for these kids to be able, I mean, for some kids, it's the only graduation they're ever going to have.
Yes, let them celebrate. Fun. But this was fun. It was nice, and I wonder how many other high schools will mimic that.
I wonder too. I wonder. McKinney has had a rough patch of it lately because they had the kid who was bullied, who was found dead, and now they've got this young lady who was. No matter what you think about it, I think the cop was over exuberant. That's a kind way of saying it. He resigned of taking her down to the ground. I mean, she couldn't have weighed any more than 100 pounds, and she had on a teeny weeny bikini.
Well, he resigned, and
what was she hiding in that bikini?
It is just, we have covered this. You can read about it, dallasnews.com or in the newspaper.
Or anywhere. But come to us.
Download our app because our app is nice and we have this all on there. But our reporters have done a great job.
They've done a really good
story. Offers to resign. So I'm thinking it seems to be dying down a little bit, although some people would like to see some kind of criminal action.
Right. And
filed against him.
And from what I understand, his lawyer had a press conference today.
Yes.
And saying that he decided to resign because he thought it was best for the police department. But there's like 41,000 signatures now on a petition to have the entire police department looked at. So it makes me think that there's something else that has been happening there that maybe this brought it to light. I don't know, but that's a lot of signatures. And maybe they're from out of town or whatever, but I think people think McKinney is like right outside of Dallas. It's a good little drive. You know, nice little bedroom community, but it's 75%
because
white.
Dallas's name, when you think about it, has been linked to
it has
Dallas
been.
area suburb McKinney.
They always say that, and it's not really. Now McKinney is it's kind of a test for McKinney's tolerance level this weekend too, because this weekend they're having the North Texas Pride celebration, which people come from all over, all shapes, sizes, and colors to this. So what's going to happen there? I saw that Roland Martin called out the National Organization of Women because they're like, hey, this isn't just a racial issue. This man did this to a young girl.
Wow.
I'm still trying to figure out who that stray man is walking around, the big guy with the big walking around touching the children.
Todd Robertson.
Who was that?
I know Todd Robertson, a Dallas Morning News columnist. He wrote a op-ed on that today. Yeah. Just did a blog post on it, and he put that question out there. Who was that guy that was walking around?
And they were pushing everybody away, but he was allowed to assist the police. In fact, at one point, it looked like the little girl was like, he was kind of holding her in place.
Like Todd said, it's almost like leave the area did not apply to him.
It didn't apply to him, and he felt like it did. And I don't know whether that was entitlement.
I'm so glad somebody brought that up because I was wondering if you look at that video, you see this man. He's white now. I think he had a brown shirt on and some blue jean shorts. He's just walking around, kind of, pushing, keeping people back, and I'm thinking like, who is this man? Is he with the police force?
Right. I kept thinking, I hope that he's like
the directives didn't apply to him.
And I mentioned to somebody, I said maybe he's undercover. They were like, well, his cover's blown now.
Yeah. That's a good one. I mean, that's a good question because he seemed to take on this authoritative role.
He really did.
At the scene.
Without even, no one questioned him about it, and he didn't question whether he should or not. He didn't get permission.
And you have to ask if he had brown skin, would that have been allowed?
Right.
We don't know.
No, maybe the gun might have been thrown at him and pulled out of him. It's a sensitive situation. I don't think it'll die down too soon because there are too many people that are calling for further action.
They sure are. They were out there again today.
That officer in the South Carolina traffic stop where he shot the guy.
Oh, I saw that. Indicted, right?
Right. He's been indicted, and so that was really interesting.
That was that traffic stop death where he claimed the guy was trying to get at his taser, but somebody was videotaping. Thank God.
And luckily for us, we are able to talk about some other happier things. Serena Williams, her 20th Grand Slam.
That girl is something.
Girl pulled it out. She always trying to give me a heart attack though. She's always like, okay, I'm just gonna see what this other girl got. Okay, never mind, I'm gonna win. Like she wants to just give them a chance.
Ball so hard too.
She does. She does. And then the Triple Crown winner, American Pharaoh.
I don't know much about Triple Crown, but I know that's been getting a lot of.
It's a big deal. The last one they had was in the 70s. The Wall Street Journal did this great thing where they put the horses side by side in a split screen so that you could see that Secretariat would have beat American Pharaoh. He would have beat American Pharaoh in the ground. But American Pharaoh gets my vote for best name. I love that name for a horse.
Yeah, but it's spelled wrong or something.
Well, yeah, they always mess them up like that though.
But
what about what's in the paper?
Well, no, blood injections.
Oh, remember that one? Oh my goodness, yes, I remember that.
Okay, so these two women,
dying to have a bubble.
Women and men, or two women.
Yeah,
they had set up shop.
Yeah,
and started injecting. Yeah, in Deep Ellum just started basically providing cheap butt injections for women who wanted to puff up a bit.
Oh my goodness.
God bless them. Everybody ain't blessed like that.
And what did I say then? Go ahead and order 2 pieces and a biscuit.
No, wait, that don't work for everybody. That doesn't work for everybody.
And you eat enough of them.
But anyway, some people just wanted bigger, And well, apparently the coroner said it's homicide.
Oh,
so now we got some homicide charges going on.
And now one of them is in jail.
Right.
The other one, Wee, quote unquote, Wee is still at large. I don't know whether they know where Wee is and they just haven't picked her up, or if Wee's
on the run. We're looking at homicide charges. This is taking this to another level.
But Jimmy, quote unquote, Alicia turned himself in.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah. But Wee's still out there. So Wee, for the love of God, honey, they better work a deal with you. Come on in.
I hope Wee's not doing butt injections now.
I hope not either. At that discounted price, you should have, number one, you should have known not to get those butt injections. Well, awful. But we've had some really good stories. Like we wrote that story about the 2 Texans in the presidential race, which is Cruz and Perry.
Cruz and Perry.
They sound like a
Cruz and Perry.
A 70s rock band.
Oh, really? Well, Perry's back out there again. He had
Singing
the
power
oops
ballads.
moment
He
in the
did
last
have- he
election.
did,
So
he
he's
did.
trying to overcome that. It's going to be interesting to see
Well,
if he's able to
he's
do
kind
that.
of rebranding himself,
Right.
you know, reminding people that, hey, I'm a veteran. And that goes a long way with the American public. People really revere people who are willing to go out there and be for the country.
But we're going to have to see.
Yeah, we're going to have
We're
to
going to
see.
have to see if how this goes
how
over.
this goes out. We've got lots of stories about what Caitlyn Jenner means to the, you know,
we did something on that.
to transgendered people.
Yeah, that's it.
We've
I
got
forgot which day that
we've
was.
got a couple of stories about that, and just DallasNews.com, and it's really
There's a lot
interesting
going on
how
right now in the
they're
news.
glad that it's bringing things to light, but they don't know if it's going to change everyday things for them. So
Exactly.
it should be really
No,
interesting.
I love that story. What about let's do a little trash talk here.
Let's do a little bit.
There was a situation with the runway. You know where I'm going with this.
Yes, I know where you're going.
I don't know where this was at. But
I saw a
apparently
fleeting
it
glance
was
of
a fashion thing for the penis to show.
for it to just be hanging out on the runway.
Yeah, there was a slit in the outfit.
Right, just hang, it's
And
just part of things.
what is that thing? And it was intentional. It wasn't an accident.
Maybe it was an ode to Terrence Howard.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
wrong. Terrence Howard. I hope you didn't hear that.
I love you, Terrence.
Yeah, I have to get on this Twitter page.
But you know,
God bless him.
God,
But yeah, it's just an awkward thing. I'm sorry.
it's too much. It's
You
too
can't
far.
even have your child watch the fashion show anymore.
Listen, and you gonna be mad at me for breastfeeding,
Not really right.
but you just
I
whip
can't
it-
pull out a breast, but you can walk down the
You
runway
can
with
walk
that
down
thing.
the runway just whipping it out.
You know, it was interesting, and it's
Right.
supposed to just. They said it's supposed to just glimpse. You could see a little bit peekaboo.
That what they said.
He was full frontal.
He was full frontal.
Girl,
not safe for
I saw
work.
everything.
Everything.
I hope that goes away.
I
I
hope
don't
it goes
like
away,
that
too.
fad. I like fashion shows. I don't want to see that.
I think what happens is, in an effort to do something new and different and creative, people go too far out the box. That box becomes
like
a parallelogram. It's
Really,
too
right?
much. Yeah.
It's like they get bored. Oh, let's just put a hole in the pencil. Let
just
stuff
let it
show.
hang out.
Ah,
And then the model just looks so unaffected.
girl,
Like he doesn't even know.
I do got to do a little trash talk about Mama June. Honey Boo Boo's mama. Now, TMZ had this story. You know, Mama June's been going through something ever since
Yes, she has.
they lost her show because
feeling
she was
some type
messing
of
around
way.
with the molester or whatever.
Yeah, she's feeling some type of way.
So her daughter, the teenage girl, she had a baby. I don't know if you remember that
I
one.
do remember
They are suing Mama June because they said that she has pocketed money earmarked for them. She owes Shannon, her daughter,
Yeah.
200. Is what they say in the lawsuit. 200,000. Shannon's 2-year-old daughter, she owes her 100,000. Is what the lawsuit says. Apparently, and I thought they got more. They get 20. They got 22,500 per episode.
Yeah, they don't get paid that much.
See, I don't know why I thought they would get more because 22,500 per episode. How many episodes do you do a year?
Well, what happens is the shows that these shows are on networks where their advertising rates aren't as high as if they were on one of the big four, you know, so they don't pay their
they don't-
talent as much.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
those American Idol people get
Well,
a million.
well, apparently,
each,
and
you
then
know?
they say she didn't. Mama June
The
didn't fork
judges.
over, the royalties for their cookbook and other promotional things. It doesn't seem like there's much money in this, for one.
No.
But she wants some
but
of it,
it's still more than they had.
and they probably will never get a show again.
right.
So
Yeah,
you know,
it's
she
still
wants
more,
her
It's
cut.
still more than they had. Listen, it's a new network every day.
And
They'll
they're suing
find somebody that'll
TLC
give them
too.
a show.
They're suing TLC because they said TLC should have protected them.
Everybody's
The
suing
kids.
TLC. Who is TLC protected?
I know, really, right? But
Poor
but that was
Cheerios.
my Mama June update.
Yeah. Baron Davis's hair. Did you
Oh,
see
that was interesting with the part.
We're just gonna say it's interesting. And the curly, like his S curl is more like a Z curl.
Yeah, he's got
It's
a lot
pretty
of
rough.
static for that.
Yeah, bless his heart. To each his reach. If you like it, I love it. It's natural. I'm all right. That didn't look natural.
No, it didn't.
It
It reminded me of Jerry curls. Remember those?
It looked unnatural.
Remember those Jerry curls?
I
Remember
do.
that?
I do.
He
Okay.
tried. God bless him.
God bless
God
him.
bless him.
Bless his heart.
I gotta get back,
All right,
girl.
me too. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.